California, AM 1230, and on the Kxo YouTube channel. I'm Carroll Buckley. With me in the booth, John Driffill, our producer-engineer, Gabe Lemus, technical support provided by Kurt Hoffman. High school football on AM 1230 KXO is brought to you by the Central Union High School District, Sands Auto Body, CET, Center for Employment Training, Southwest Postal, Southwest Security in El Centro, by Imperial Valley College, #1 community college in the nation. Also, Asa Mobile Auto Repair in Yuma, by La Fonda Bar and Grill, McNeese Mart, Dogwood and Maine in El Centro, by the Broken Yoke Cafe, by the CB Stop in Calexico, Johnny's Burritos in Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro, and by Roto-Rooter serving the entire Imperial Valley. Tonight's matchup, it is the Southwest Eagles hosting the Calexico Bulldogs in an Imperial Valley League game. And this means something, as all of the league games mean. And the Eagles, coming off a big loss last week to Brawley. The Bulldogs, coming off a loss to Centro. And John Driffill, you've got some other numbers.
Well, Calexico's been a team of streaks this year. They started off with 4 straight to go 4-0, and since then they've lost the last 3 straight, including last week to the Spartans. On the other side of the football, we have Pete Blimco's Southwest Eagles are 2-5. Again, they lost last week to Brawley. So both teams trying to right the ship, turn it around. There should be a more competitive game. The Southwest Eagles are in Division 5. Calexico is in Division 4, but they were in 5 last year, so they have moved up. And Carroll, this is an impressive Calexico squad. First, their head coach, Fernando Solano, has been down at the border city. This is his 4th season. He graduated from Cibola High School. His record is 19-16. And in the 40 years that we've been doing this, he has the best record by percentage of any coach that we've seen from Calexico High School. That's a 19-win, 16-loss record coming into this game, and he's looking to try to make that a 2016 record. On the other side, well, again, talking about this Calexico, looking at them, Carroll, they're huge. They have players listed, and this time the rosters aren't padded where they say this kid's 280, 290, 310 pounds. They have some giant kids out there, but at the same time, they have a huge roster, and that's really good to see because we've been down at Calexico for games, and they only had 25 kids suited up. They've suited up well over 50 tonight. They have 40 kids in the freshman program. They have a JV squad. So Fernando Solano, since he's been down there at the border city, he's really turned things around and got it going in the right direction.
And that is good to see because, as the years go by, there have been years when the Bulldogs dominated. That may have been a few years ago, but there were those years when Brawley dominated. It kind of taken turns throughout the many years of high school football in the Valley with teams being dominant. And are the Bulldogs dominant at this point? No. Are they building? Oh, yes. And the same way with the Southwest Eagles, there's a whole different feeling around this team.
Yeah, Pete Blimco has done an excellent job of getting the kids out and getting them enthused about the game. One of the main drawbacks for the Southwest program is they do not have a freshman team this year, nor have they for the last 2 years. And although that might not seem like much, you've got kids then that are freshmen that if they're really good, they might be on the JV team, but they're probably not going to get a lot of playing time. So now you're really playing kids 3 years instead of 4. They're not developing as well as much. And Blimco's already addressed that, and he certainly would like to have a freshman squad next year, as I believe it's imperative to have a freshman at this level. You just have to have that first-year kids. They got to get out here and play, learn how to put the pads on, etc.
literally learn how to put the pads on and develop skills. High school is at a much higher level than Pop Warner. And every level you go up, the skill level goes up with the opponent, and the speed of the game increases significantly. And that year, freshman year, is vital to a program for it to become successful. We've got more of our pregame show coming up on AM 1230 KXO El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, I'm Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active, be present. It all begins with showing up.
And the crowd is beginning to show up at Eagle Field. It is homecoming. And we anticipate there will be a good-sized crowd for this game. And with Calexico just down the road, we anticipate there'll be a good number of Bulldog fans. One thing that I've noted over the years, John, many of the Bulldog fans live in El Centro now. They grew up in the Calexico area and graduated from Calexico High School and moved to El Centro or Imperial.
Yes, that's accurate. And Calexico has a reputation of always traveling well, all of their teams, whether it's girls softball or boys football. And we expect them to fill the stands across the way, as they almost always do. And that's regardless of the record. So that speaks well of Calexico and the spirit they have down there, their high school, with their parents and their parent team that backs the athletics. And we really fully expect to see them here. We're being entertained right now by the Southwest Band. They have their brand new uniforms. It's finally cool enough that they're able to wear them. So not only the band members, the drum lines, but everybody else, including the tall flags and whatever short flags, whatever they have, all those different names for it. So it's good to see for homecoming. Southwest is dressed to the T's.
Well, there are some other games going on tonight around the Imperial Valley. Calapat is at Vincent Memorial. I'm not sure where they're going to play that game, John, since Vincent typically plays their home games right here at Eagle Field. And it is Imperial. They're in Brawley. And that perhaps is a very key matchup to how the Imperial Valley League will go.
Yes, and I expect the entire coaching staff of the Central Spartans will be up there scouting that game, since they play Imperial next week and then Brawley the following week for the Bell game. So it gives them the opportunity to do that, having this as a bye week for them, trying to get healthy. Jared Martin is ready to come back and play. And hopefully some of the other little dings and nicks they have, they'll be able to recuperate this week off, and they'll be ready to face the Imperial Tigers next week. And many people think Imperial's got a real shot to upset Brawley up there. It's going to be a tough sled for the Tigers, but they have the athletes. They think this year Coach David Shaw's done a really good job, as he has each year, getting his kids ready to play. So that should be an entertaining game, but we're going to have a good game right here too, Carroll.
We will have a very competitive game here, and Imperial at Brawley is on the Kxo website, kxoradio.com. Mickey Dale, George Grahavla will bring you that action. Last night, Hopeville journeyed to Palo Verde. Hopeville won 20-14. Is that an upset, John?
Actually, it can be considered that, since Palo Verde is now in Division 3 and Hopeville is still in Division 5, so that's jumping up 2 divisions. But at the same time, this is not the same Palo Verde team that won CIF last year in Division 4 or the year before in Division 5. They graduated their dual running backs last year, so not quite the same team, but still, all in all, it's an excellent win for the Vikings. And it's something that we have to look forward to next week, correct, Carroll?
We will be journeying to Blythe for the Palo Verde Southwest game. The game last night went down to the wire. What we understand is Hopeville scored 20 points in the last 3.5 minutes of the game and recovered 3 onside kicks in that game. So unbelievable. I think in the NFL and even at the college rate these days, maybe 1 in 10 onside kicks might be recovered. In the NFL, it's almost impossible to recover an onside kick anymore. But it ended up 20-14, Hopeville with the win. Cardiac kids, no doubt.
And Carroll, I'm guessing that today at practice, Palo Verde was out practicing on how to receive an onside kick.
Well, I'd say we'll wait till Monday, because the day after the game, take it off. But we've got more of our pregame fun coming up on AM 1230 KXO.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles, because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
John Driffill, the Southwest Eagles have just returned to the field, and they will be getting ready for the captains to meet at the 50-yard line. Let's go back to Tuesday, John. What did we learn about flag football?
Well, we learned that it's a very fast-paced game, quick tempo. The girls have really improved. They know how to run plays now. They know how to throw the football, catch the football. They know how to take flags, how to defense, how to watch for where the receiver's going and try to beat them to the spot where the pass may be intended. And I just really enjoyed the heck out of Tuesday, watching the girls play, seeing how much better they are than they were when they first started playing in August, which you would expect. But also, Carroll, it's just seeing girls get a chance to do something that 3 or 4 years ago, none of them would have thought they'd ever have the opportunity.
You're right, and it's a fun game. And again, we encourage you, when you have an opportunity, make an opportunity, take an hour, because that's all it takes for the game, and catch a flag football game. The 7 of the high schools in the Valley are playing, so there is going to be a game near you. Are they playing 2 games a week now, John?
Well, it depends. The schedule has kind of been a fluid in motion, but I do know, Carroll, that if they like football, this Wednesday there will be the Central JV football team will be playing Imperial at Central, and then following that game, the girls will be playing flag football. So they're having like a double header. And if you're going to watch the boys play, you might as well stick around and watch the girls. Or if you want to see a flag football game, come out a little early and you can get entertained by both of the different brands of football.
And we urge you to support your local teams. We'll be back.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in California needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar & Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar & Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar & Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
It's high school football. We're live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, and on the YouTube channel, the KXO YouTube channel. By the way, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's free. If you're a subscriber and you're listening on YouTube, you can join in the conversation that goes along with the broadcast. So something to look forward to. John, when we look at the Calexico Bulldogs, they've got a fairly heavy senior team, as opposed to last week, if you recall, the Brawley Wildcats, predominantly juniors. But this Bulldog team relying on an awful lot of seniors.
Yes, now they do start at quarterback, Roberto Montenjano, and that's a name back in the day from Imperial. Montenjano was the quarterback when Imperial won the CIF championship in 1973. But this Roberto is a junior. He's 30 for 47 for 658 yards and 6 TDs. He's also thrown 3 interceptions. They do have 2 very good running backs, as Calexico always seems to have. Luis Alcala, who is the son of a former Bulldog star from the border city, and Noel Gastelum. Alcala's run for 4 touchdowns. Gastelum has 3. They both run for about the same amount of yards. Alcala 294, Gastelum 243. They do have some receivers led by Marco Esquer, who's got 15 catches on the year for 233 yards. And Frankie Luer Rodriguez has 6 catches for 243. He's got 3 TDs. Esquer has 1. They have an excellent kicker. Dominic Diaz has already had 7 kickoffs for touchback. That reminds us of, we had German Beltran, who was kicking for the Spartans about 3 years ago, and he could put the ball in the end zone, which is quite a weapon when you start in a 20-yard line. So we expect to see Dominic Diaz put a foot to the ball. He also is 15 for 17 on PATs, and he does play soccer, by the way. So he's a dual sport athlete, and we will see him right now as he will be kicking off to the Eagles, who will receive the opening kick.
And dropping back to receive the kick, Logan Youngers. And again, you want to get Logan Youngers the ball as often as you can. Matai Cervantes also with him, both of them standing on the 5-yard line. And I'm not going to say it's unusual, but you've got 2 starting backs to receive a kickoff. Typically, it might be maybe not a starter, but somebody with an extraordinary amount of speed that works extensively returning kickoffs.
Yeah, I think this shows that Southwest wants their 2 best ball carriers back there. Let's see if the Calexico decides to kick short or if they try to go ahead and put it in the end zone. There is not much of a wind tonight. They are kicking from left to right.
And it is a high, relatively short kick. It'll be fielded at the 20, up to the 25, and pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. On the return, Julian Lopez.
And Diaz did pop that ball up. He kicked it almost as high as he did far. So the Bulldogs, not wanting to send the ball deep, get a chance to have a big return. It looks like our starting quarterback tonight is going to be Logan Youngers. It's always a toss-up between he and the other starter, Matt Mills.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So that would be even more, Carroll, of an unusual situation. You have your starting quarterback returning the opening kick. But let's see who is going to be back in the shotgun. And it does look like Youngers to me. We'll see when he turns his uniform, and we can see both numbers.
Well, your best athlete, you get him involved any way you can. And somebody's jumpy on the line, and
yeah, this is going to go offside against the Bulldogs. Now, after the Bulldog jumped offside, then they did break the line of scrimmage, but that'll be 5 yards. And Carroll, looking at our starting quarterback, Logan Youngers number 5, Matt Mills number 15, and that is a 15 out there. So Matt Mills is the starter with Youngers on the flanker.
Cervantes gets the ball up the middle. Cervantes is hit hard as he crosses into the middle. Alcala with the tackle. The no gain.
Yeah, that was quite a hit by the middle linebacker for the Bulldogs, Marlon Sanchez. He's a senior, and he probably weighs about 195, maybe 200 pounds by now. He's a big boy right there in the middle of the field.
It is 2nd and 5. Mills from the shotgun. Low snap, picks it up, fires it into the flat. It is complete. That should be Youngers. Youngers will get close to the 40, close to a first down. And again, that's why he's out. They spotted on the 39, so it'll be 3rd and 1. You want to get Logan Youngers the ball any which way you can.
And Youngers did a great job. Calexico obviously seeing a lot of game film. They smelled that out, and he made the first 2 would-be tacklers miss, was able to pick up 4 yards, bringing up 3rd and 1.
I would anticipate Cervantes will get the ball. And again, the Bulldogs jump. They were anticipating Cervantes getting the ball too, and they started towards him, but the ball hadn't been snapped yet.
And once again, in high school, you don't have to make contact. All you have to do is break that neutral zone, the plane, and that's exactly what the outside stand-up linebacker did. So Southwest picks up their first down, courtesy of the Bulldogs. And now we see Cole Redden bringing the play in from the sideline and then returning back to split wide out to the left.
Well, he knows what the play is. He doesn't have to stay in the huddle.
Right, so he did not go to the huddle.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Handoff, it is Cervantes. Cervantes turns it upfield across the 50, the 40, down across the 30. There is a flag back behind the play.
Yeah, this is going to come back, Carroll. There's actually a couple flags down there. As soon as the play broke the line of scrimmage, the flag was thrown, and then the outside ref also threw a flag. So we're probably going to get one of those illegal blocks as everybody's now moving back towards the original line of scrimmage, and we'll get the call. Excellent run by Cervantes. That's one of the best ones we've seen all year from him, as the interior lineman did a great job of blocking down, but perhaps that's the reason it was so open that they had a hold.
Sometimes that helps. A hold, a trip, a tackle, and it is holding against the Eagles. They will march it back to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up a 1st and 20. So 3 penalties already, John, and I think we went 3/4 of the game last week without a penalty.
Yeah, the Bulldogs giving the homestanding Eagles 10 yards, and now they just gave the 10 yards back.
Mills fires it into the flat. Redden with the ball, gets a block, turns up across the 40, across the 50, down to the 47-yard line in Bulldog territory. The tackle by Sean Torres.
Very, very close to the first down. They're going to mark that just about. It looks like a first down, but yeah, they're going to give him a first down. He's going to give him 20 yards on that, and the second first down of the evening for the Eagles. This is homecoming for the Eagles as the ball now is in Bulldog territory.
On the 46, a handoff on the flanker sweep. It is Logan Youngers turning it upfield on the far side and pushed out of bounds, and picks up another first down.
Yeah, that was an excellent run as the Eagles have these Bulldogs now back on their heels, as Logan Youngers did pick up the 3rd first down in this initial drive.
Spotted on the 35 in Bulldog territory.
11-yard pickup.
Under center, and the handoff is to Cervantes. Cervantes hit at the line and pushed back by 3 Bulldogs. No gain. Actually,
we'll see.
They're going to give him a yard on forward progress, spotted on the 34.
And that is Cervantes' true strength, just the fact that he's got that lower body core that really is able to power through. And that time he was hit by 3 would-be tacklers and still able to pick up a yard.
2nd and 9. And they had 12 on the field. They pared it down to 11. And Mills hit in the backfield. He'll be sacked. And coming in, making creating the sack for the Bulldogs, that was Noel Gastelum.
Loss of 5 on that now, bringing up 3rd and 14. And Carroll, what happened last play, they actually did have 11 in the huddle, and then a player came out and subbed one of the players out. So he got there late, and maybe that's why they didn't quite have all their pass protection set the way they needed it to be.
From the pistol. Wide right, wide left, slot right, slot left, handoff on the draw play, and it is Matthias Cervantes. He'll take it down to the 31-yard line, so a nice pickup. That brings up a 4th down.
8-yard pickup for Cervantes, and now they're looking at about a 4th and 6, and I'm sensing they're probably going to go for it.
Cole Redden brings the play in from the sideline.
Gives it to Matt Mill at the hash mark, so Cole stays at the hash mark, and now Matt Mills joins the huddle.
We are underway at Eagle Field on the campus of Southwest High School. 6.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. No score. It's been all Southwest with the football so far. Mills back to pass, steps up in the pocket, looking, dances, and he's hit, spins away from one, will cross the 25 to the 24-yard line, not near enough for the first down, and the Eagles will turn it over on downs. The Bulldogs will put it in play, 1st and 10.
Excellent defensive coverage by the Bulldogs and their defensive backfield as they were able to seal all the receivers off, and Mills had nowhere to go. He tried to pick up enough for the first down, but just wasn't able to.
It'll be Roberto Montejano bringing his team out. Single setback, that is Alcala from the shotgun. Double wide on the right side. Fake the play to the right and running to the left, Alcala. And he'll pick up a first down.
These Bulldogs use a lot of misdirection, and they're actually playing a wing T, but they put one of the wings actually goes in motion, so the other one stays in tight in that wing formation a lot of teams like to use, and they do all kinds of fakes and misdirections off of that.
Eagles have 9 up in the box. The sweep to the left side, looking for some running room, and there is nothing. Noel Gastelum on the carry. I'm sorry, Andrew Rivera. Let's give credit where it is due.
Yeah, there was just no place for him to run as he ended up with a 2.5-yard loss, so we'll call it a loss of 3. So that will bring up 2nd and 13.
Spot the ball on the Bulldogs' 38-yard line. Their first possession of the night. And sweeping it to the left, looking for some running room, and getting hit is Leo Canchola. Canchola will get a yard.
Excellent tackle coming up by the Eagles as just cut the ball carrier down right at the knees. And let's give credit to Julian Lopez. Excellent open field tackle by Lopez.
3rd and 11.
So you would think passing down, so let's see if the Bulldogs do attempt their first pass here in the early going.
Montejano from the pistol takes a snap, and it's blown dead before they can get it underway.
Yeah, the Bulldogs jumped once again, so I'm not sure if there's just nerves or lack of concentration, but this is going to be 5 more yards. Now it's going to be 3rd and 16.
The Bulldogs move back. That's what, their 4th procedure penalty, John?
Yes, offense and defense, and after a very successful first play of this series, they've now gone backwards.
3rd and about 16, and chased, hit, spun, and sacked at the 21-yard line. And in on the sack, several of the Eagles, and dropped him for a big loss. They'll spot it on the 22. And that'll bring up 4th down and 10, 20, about 28 yards to go.
And now we'll see if Oliver Navarro, usually they're punter, but sometimes with these deep kicks, they have the their place kicker, Diaz. So I'm not sure who's back there now. Yes,
Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz has gone back. He's got the bigger leg.
And gets away a relatively short high kick, and it'll bounce out of bounds. We'll spot it on the 48-yard line in Bulldog territory. The Eagles with excellent field position as they start their second possession.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
First and 10, Eagles from the Bulldog 48-yard line. Matt Mills brings them out.
Now we had a man in motion that jumped, so we'll go back 5 yards and make it first and 15.
This is not the first game of the year. I really didn't expect to see this type of issue, John.
And Carroll, going back to that punt, it's possible that the rusher for the Eagles came in and might have gotten a finger on that football because it did kind of flutter funny right off the foot. And it went kind of up and fluttered and then came down for much shorter than it looked like the young man was going to kick it.
First and 15, Mills fires into the flat. It is complete. Turning upfield and looking for some running room, and there's not a whole lot there. On the catch was Andres Lopez. William Littleton, who is a strength as a receiver and as a defender, is on the sidelines. He will not play tonight.
8-yard pickup on that pitch and catch, so that brings up after the 5-yard penalty, brings up 2nd and 7.
Mills with the snap. Mills hands off and cutting it outside, then turning it back inside is Matai Cervantes. Cervantes is not especially big, John. He's got a low center of gravity. He runs hard. He keeps the legs moving.
Picked up 6 yards. That's bringing up 3rd and 1. So at this position on the field on the other team's 39-yard line, Southwest may want to take a shot here, knowing that they'll have a chance to convert on 4th down, short yardage. Now they're getting the play once again called in by Cole Redden, trying to hurry up, get up on the line of scrimmage.
And the handoff is to Cervantes, and Cervantes does get the first down. Spotted on the 37.
Needed 1, got 2, so Southwest picking up the first downs here. That's their 4th first down of the first quarter.
We've got 38 seconds to play in this first quarter, and there is timeout on the field. We'll take timeout. There is no score.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Okay. The officials have decided whatever they're caucusing. So
yeah, there was a stoppage of play. Both teams headed to their respective sidelines, and then the refs called them back out. Then the refs got together. So now it will be 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line going in for the Eagles.
1st and 10, Eagles. Mills back to pass. Big rush. He's hit as he throws, and basically he threw it away as he was hit and hit hard by Noel Gastelum. Clean hit. I mean, not a problem there.
Yeah, Gastelum came in unblocked, so that was the final play here of the first quarter.
We'll stop our play here at the end of one quarter of action. It is Southwest nothing, Calexico nothing.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year, and job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m., serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
Okay, John, a pretty quick first quarter. Both teams, for the most part, keeping it on the ground. The Eagles with some success moving the football, and then they stalled. The Bulldogs started their possession with a big play, and then just couldn't get it on track.
Yes, so what we thought we were going to see from the beginning, Carroll, a very competitive game. Both teams out here playing right now. Southwest was triple wideouts to the right side.
It is 1st and 10. Eagles from the 37-yard line of the Bulldogs. Pass underneath flanker screen to Logan Youngers. Youngers ran into two of his own blockers, but still managed to pick up about 4 yards.
And that's the second time we've seen that play. And the previous play was the first pass incomplete for Mills. He is now 4 for 5.
The Eagles from the Bulldog 33-yard line right now. Mills drops back, looks, steps up in the pocket. He's got room to run, but he dumps it off to an open receiver, and then it closed very, very quickly. The defender down there, Lionel Canchola, I think was trying to play a little bit possum and almost had the pick.
Yes, Ochola looked like he was going to come in because he felt that Mills was going to take off running, but then he pulled up as Mills pulled up, and as Mills let the ball go, Conchola was right there, almost intercepted it. That does bring up 4th down. Southwest, once again, in Bulldog territory. Looks like they're going to go for it.
Well, too far for a field goal, too close to punt. So, it doesn't leave you a whole lot of choice. You're going to go for it. Mills has a little bit of time, has some protection in the backfield, fires deep downfield, has a man open. It goes incomplete, but there is a flag behind the play. I think they're going to get it on a pass interference call, John.
They could pass interference, could be holding. We'll see. As that time, the Eagles' interior line did a great job of giving protection. So in high school, we know that it's not a spot foul. It will be 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, which will be enough for a first down, as that was 4th down.
It's not an automatic first down either, John. We learned that from John Seaman last year.
But it will be enough because they needed 6.
Yes.
So this will be a 15-yarder.
Pass interference against the Bulldogs. Big break. Updating some scores, Brawley leads Imperial 7-0. Vincent Memorial leads Calapat 7-0. So action going on around the valley. The Eagles have it 1st and 10. Thank you very much on the pass interference. And quick snap. Mills pitches back on that option, that run-pass option, RPO, and it lost 5 yards.
I believe that was pitched out there to Cole Redden as he was coming across in motion.
The Eagles, I think, may want to put that play in the back of the playbook. and maybe not use it again. It'll be 2nd and 15.
And I believe that was not Cole Redden. Let's not miscall the play. That appeared to be Youngers on that 5-yard loss.
Heavy pressure on Mills. This time he does keep the ball, and he runs out of bounds with the help of a couple of Bulldogs. Over there, Leo Controla. He picks up almost 5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 10. The ball is on the 19-yard line of the Bulldogs.
And the Bulldogs need to get down inside the 10. We would certainly expect that they will go for this if they don't get the positive yards for the first down.
3rd and 11. Trips on the right side. Mills has had no time to get the ball off, John. Intense pressure. And again, intense pressure. It's that little flanker screen in the back to Youngers. Youngers gets it down to the 15, and that will bring up a big 4th down. There is an Eagle down on the field with an injury. And while they tend to the Eagles, will take timeout with 9:19 to play in the first half. There is no score.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
They are still tending to the Eagle that is injured. We're not going to speculate on anything. We won't tell you who it is until we get some more information. But again, we're at 9 minutes to play in the first half. Any surprises to this point, John?
No, actually, we're seeing Southwest have some success. They've gotten the ball to Youngers now 3 times on passes. They've also had him run twice. So that's 5 plays, and they probably had about 12. So that's nearly half of their plays involved Youngers. Mills started out hot, 4 for 4. He is now 5 for 7 after misfiring, not the 2 consecutive times, but misfiring, then hitting, then misfiring again. This will be 4th down, Carroll, as the Eagles are looking at 4th and about 7. And I'm sure now with taking the time to deal with the player, he does not appear to be seriously injured. I'm not a doctor, but it's not anything where they're
working on a lower extremity, like an ankle perhaps.
Which, although it's not great news, but it's a lot better than it could have been. And hopefully he'll be up. And we'll be able to continue and see what Southwest is going to call on this. This will be their 3rd 4th down attempt of the early going here. We're barely into the second quarter.
And Matt Mills, okay, you would figure 4th and 7 or so, it would be another passing situation. But Matt Mills has had no time, literally no time in the pocket.
And Andres Lopez is the player who they did take his football cleat off of his, I believe, left foot, and now he is being carted off.
And that is a key blow because Lopez has become a key receiver and given an option with Youngers oftentimes picking up double coverage. Lopez, who is fast, has become a good option.
Southwest up on the line of scrimmage, ready to play.
It is 4th and about 7. Mills rolling to his left, looking, lofts it downfield and overthrown, incomplete. Pass intended for, I believe it was Alejandro Serrano, Cole Redden was the intended receiver. And the Eagles will turn it over on downs again.
Second straight drive that they've turned the ball over on downs, but once again, they are deep into Bulldog territory, so Calexico takes over on their own 15-yard line. I guess we could call it the 16, as it's just across the 15.
Montejano.
Not a whole lot of success so far from Montejano.
Takes a snap, looking, he'll run, and it is designed for him to run. He'll pick up about 3 yards. That was a designed quarterback draw, John.
Yes, and it was very late in developing. I'm not sure if that's how they run that, where they have him stand up straight and just survey the line and then take off running. But by the time he got going, there was a bunch of Eagles there. 3-yard gain.
Again, Montejano takes the snap, and he will hand off to Conchola. Conchola breaks away. He's across the 30, the 40, the 50. It's a foot race. Back at the 40, the 30, inside the 25 to about the 22-yard line, and that would be Leo Conchola. And Conchola hit the sidelines and shifted into overdrive and did go out of bounds at the 29-yard line in Eagle territory.
52-yard pickup, biggest play of the evening for the Bulldogs.
1st and 10, Bulldogs. And same play, looking for some room, turning it upfield, and Conchola will pick up, that's another 10 yards or so. As he gets close to the 15, they'll spot it on the 16, another first down. Hey, if it works, keep going back to it.
And Carroll, if we remember the very first play, they ran that same side of the field, so they're having a lot of success running around their right side of the defense.
1st and 10, Eagles. They moved it up to the 15. Everybody in tight right now, and it is Conchola to the other side this time, and it doesn't work now. They were able to work it on the left side, couldn't work it on the right side that time, and the tackle made by Julian Lopez.
3-yard loss on that play, so big stand by the Eagles, giving these Bulldogs a 2nd and 13. No pass attempt so far for Montejano, which I previewed that. Perhaps we're going to see the first attempt tonight right now.
2nd and 13. Not so much a passing formation. Everybody pretty much in tight.
It's a double wing this time.
Chased out of the pocket. Montejano throws it away. That should be intentional grounding.
Yeah,
I mean, literally just tossed it.
Since he was out of the pocket, they're going to go ahead and allow that as he threw the ball to the sidelines. But now that will bring up 3rd and 13. As we may still be, now we do get a call.
Being out of the pocket doesn't count in high school, John.
Yeah, there's no flag thrown. I still have not seen a flag on the play, but the referee decided that.
J.J. Jackson just called it.
So now we're going to have to reset the football.
And that would be loss of down. J.J. is explaining to Pete Blinko.
Yeah, meanwhile, across the way, head coach Fernando Solano would like to have him come over and explain to him what exactly is going on. Yeah, actually, he did not call grounding the football. He called illegal man downfield.
Okay.
So Southwest will deny that, take the incompleted pass, because that's only a 5-yard penalty, and that would have given them 2nd down again.
3rd down at about 13. Back to pass. Into the flat. It is complete at the 10, the 5, touchdown. Andrew Rivera with the catch. And Rivera takes it in.
Yeah, Rivera was all alone. He got lost back there in the backfield, the defensive backfield of the Eagles, and no one was on him as he came across the field, and all he had to do was make the catch, which he bobbled it a little bit. He was so open, but he came down with it, picked up the first score of the evening.
So the Bulldogs will try the point after, kick from placement. Snap back, kick up, kick, good. And Dominic Diaz with the extra point. With 6:36 to play in the first half, it is Calexico 7, Southwest nothing.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
The Southwest Eagles stalled on a drive. The Calexico Bulldogs took over on downs and drove downfield and put 7 points up on the board.
Yeah, they started that drive on the 16 after the turnover on downs. So they went the 84 yards. Only took them 6 plays, and they had their first 2 pass attempts. The second one was good for a 19-yard touchdown.
And the ball picked up at about the 15, out across the 20 to about the 25-yard line. And I believe on that return was Cervantes.
Yes, and the kicker Diaz, once again, he just kicks the ball as high as he possibly can as we're starting to get the activities for halftime, Carroll. This is homecoming. They're starting to line up here on the track. They're going to have the prospective princesses, and one will be crowned the queen tonight.
First and 10, Eagles from their own 27-yard line. Mills with the handoff. Cervantes right up the gut. Cervantes across the 35 to the 40-yard line before he is pushed down. And Matai Cervantes finally tackled. And Luis Angelo Alcala.
Best game that we've seen Cervantes have. His dad, of course, is one of those, Carroll, that grew up in Calexico, played for the Bulldogs, and now he lives up here in El Centro.
First and 10, Eagles. Here come the Bulldogs, and on the blitz, the blitzing safety ran right past the ball carrier, Cervantes, and Cervantes took it for a 3-yard gain.
And mentioning his father, he also has taught here at Southwest for many years, as well as coaching, and he did lead the Southwest Eagles girls basketball team to a CIF championship several years ago. So he's had success as a coach here at this school.
Second and 7. Mills with a little bit of time and fires downfield, incomplete. The pass overthrown, good coverage downfield.
At that time, Calexico only rushed 3, and the Eagles weren't quite sure what to do with it, with 8 people back in the passing zones. And so Mills threw it to where really nobody could catch it. So it was a good pass by Mills. Didn't put up there with a chance of having it intercepted.
Third and 7. Bulldogs have been putting pressure on Mills all evening. They put pressure on him now, but that ball is the play blown dead before it gets underway, and that may have been a good thing.
Yeah, it looks like that somebody jumped, and that's going to go against the Eagles, because if they would have run that play, Leno Conchola, who is the younger brother of the touchdown Conchola, would have intercepted that and taken it for a touchdown himself.
It'll be 3rd and 12. Brawley leads Imperial 14-0 in the second quarter. Our score here, it is Calexico 7, Southwest 0. Trips on the wide side, the right side of the field. Mills has some time, looking downfield. Now the pocket collapses. Now the flags fly, and whatever Mills does isn't going to count. What Mills does is get hit by 3 Bulldogs and pushed out of bounds, but when the pocket collapsed, one of the offensive linemen did a takedown move on the Bulldog.
Yeah, the interesting decision. The Bulldogs can decline the penalty, make it 4th and 5, but that doesn't necessarily mean the Eagles are going to kick. The hold was behind the line of scrimmage, so they're going to accept the penalty and move it back and make it 3rd and really long. Now, that time, Calexico only rushed 2 players, and unfortunately for the Eagles, one of them was ganged, tackled, and taken down to the ground, which was an easy call.
Holding against the Eagles, and they will accept it. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 22. That's confidence in your defense, right?
And let's see now if the Bulldogs, after only rushing 2 previous players, if this time they go ahead and send the house.
And that's one of the issues. They have kept the Eagles guessing as to what they're going to be doing defensively.
They do show 3 down linemen on this defensive formation. Their linebackers now have spread out about 5 yards behind the ball. 2 down linemen now for the Bulldogs.
And here comes the blitz. Mills again chased out of the pocket, dumps it off to Logan Youngers. He avoids 1 tackler, takes it upfield across the 40 to the 45, 46-yard line. That'll be short of the 1st down. Spotted on the 45, so it'll bring up 4th and 5, which is makeable.
So that was a 17-yard pitch and catch. Youngers had 3 previous receptions, each one for 4 yards. This one goes for 17. So in 1 catch, he quadrupled what he had previously acquired, and the Eagles are lined up here, homecoming. They're going to go for it. Well, no, I'm sorry, they're not. They're in punt formation. Let's see if they do punt.
End over end kick, and Esquire bobbles it and picks it up and is dropped at the 35-yard line. Marco Esquire hit by Alejandro Serrano, and Esquire muffed it, but then recovered it and was stopped without any real gain. 1st and 10 Bulldogs on their own 30-yard line.
That's one of those plays, Carroll, where when you bobble the football, then pick it up, a lot of times the oncoming rushers get out of their lane and you can make a big return. So excellent tackle by the Eagles on that play.
Montejano. And a little bit of collision in the backfield. Montejano keeps it, and he'll pick up about a yard or 2.
Yeah, that's that read pass option where Montejano and Esquire are both holding the football at the same time, and now they're talking about, you're going to let go of it, you're going to let me have it, and Montejano kept it, was able to pick up 2 yards, bringing up 2nd and 8.
So, 7-0, the Bulldogs lead. Imperial and Brawley up in the north end. The Wildcats lead the Tigers 14-0. That's second quarter score. Vincent leads Calapat 7-0. Montejano with some time fires, and it is complete. And turning it upfield, down the far sideline, across the 40, the 30 cuts in, and across the 20, the 10, 5 touchdown. I don't see any flags.
Well, that was an excellent pass, but an even better return.
Frankie Loera Rodriguez.
That'll be his 5th touchdown on the season, and He did that all on his own. First, he was open over the line of scrimmage. Well, Carroll, I don't see a flag on the play, but they're bringing this one back as the referee has now shown that it is a holding call against the Bulldogs. And now I do see the flag. It's there on the 26-yard line.
Okay. Come on back, boys. We're going to play this one again. Only the officials were aware of the flag to begin with, John. Then you picked it up. Ever observant.
That's going to make it now 2nd and long as they are going to mark it. Looks like they're going to start on the original line of scrimmage was the 32.
They'll start at the 27, I believe, is where.
Well, now they've got the ball. Yeah, they've got the ball at the line of scrimmage. So they're going to go back from the 32, so they should put it down on the 22 if they get this going.
I think we'll see that play again.
And now we do have Coach Fernando Solano out on the field wanting to talk about that previous call. And so they've met at the 25-yard line, and I'm not sure if whatever explanation he's given is going to be enough to satisfy him.
Nope. But you explain it. That's it. Yeah, that's where it is, Coach. The officials discussing it with the coach. Nobody's stomping or slamming anything around, so Coach isn't going to be happy, you know that.
Now, we did mention before the game that Calexico has a huge squad. They are big, but they also have some real speed. So anytime you're bigger and faster than the opponent, you're probably going to be successful.
It'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 18. Matejano. Hands off, looking for some running room, and there's nothing there. Leo Canchola will pick up a couple of yards, but the Eagles playing their lanes kept him bottled up.
And once again, Carroll, you can see when they run to the left side of the Bulldog offense, they don't have a whole lot of success. Their success tonight has been running around the right side of their own offensive line. 3rd and 16 now, so let's see if Calexico goes conservative or if they try to put it up and get these 16 yards.
Matejano back to pass, looking, got a man open, and it is 2 people have it, and it'll be the offense that has the catch, and now there's a flag, and I believe this one's on the bench.
Yeah, when you mentioned the bench, it's right here in front of the Eagles bench. So it's just like in baseball, tie goes to the runner. They both had it, and so they both came down with it, and so that's going to go to the Bulldogs.
And the infraction is going to be a warning, a sideline warning. The official on the sideline had trouble getting down the sideline because the Eagles were up on the out-of-bounds line instead of behind the team line. It is a 1st down, 1st and 10 from the Eagle 45-yard line. We've got 2:20 to play in the first half. Handoff on the jet sweep. It is Esquer turning it upfield. Esquer avoids a couple of tackles and carries it down to the 26-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. Marco Esquer, a senior.
Another big gain for the Bulldogs. That one went for 19 yards after that 31-yard pass completion.
In case you missed it, by the way, Holtville beat Palo Verde 2014 last night.
Calexico with all 3 timeouts, so don't need to be hurrying up quite yet.
Matejano has Conchola next to him. Esquer in motion, fake it to Esquer. Matejano will keep it and is hit. but picks up about 3 yards. The ball's on the ground, and let's see who's got it.
It looks like the Bulldogs retain possession, and they're going to put it on the 24 for a 2-yard pickup for Montejano.
It'll be 2nd and 8.
And now we're going to have the first timeout by the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs take a timeout. We've got 1:13 to play in the first half. It is Calexico 7 and Southwest nothing.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
You are listening to high school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the World Wide Web at kxoradio.com.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's Osoaza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Azza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Osoaza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Well, John Driffill, I think what I've seen tonight in the first half is kind of what I expected.
Yes, we've got a very competitive game. The Bulldogs now appear to be going to position themselves for a second touchdown. They're starting to dominate a little bit on the line of scrimmage, but these Eagles are continuing to play tough.
2nd and 8 from the Eagle 24-yard line. Looking, firing into the corner of the end zone, and it's caught. A touchdown. Ignore the push-off, and the catch. I'm not sure who that is, John.
Yeah, I believe that's Frankie Loera Rodriguez. So he finally gets his second touchdown catch, and this one they're going to allow. And that was all Loera Rodriguez, Carroll. That was just a tremendous catch. He actually caught it falling on his back and was able to catch it, land inbounds. So Calexico ready for the PAT.
And you didn't see a push-off either, did you? Point after attempt, snap, kick, up, good. With 1:07 to play in the first half, Calexico 14, Southwest nothing.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Howell in El Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Well, the Calexico Bulldogs, with another long drive, put points on the board. They lead 14-0. And he's kicking to a place, and he's doing it quite well. Looking for some running room, trying to turn it upfield, and there's nothing there on the return.
Yeah, unfortunately, Carroll. Now we have a flag come in well behind the play.
Behind.
But unfortunately, that time the return man ran about 65 yards, but he only went about 4 yards upfield. So they spotted the ball on the 25. Now we're going to have to wait and see what this flag is. Actually, the 24.
It's on the 24, and you want to go north and south, not east and west.
And the Bulldogs are standing back on the 40-yard line like they expect it to be against them. But so far, we have not seen any determination. So we'll have to wait. It was a very late flag. It was well after the play was down.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Eagles.
So that means if they start it where the play ended on the 24, they're going to go back. Okay,
And
they're calling it offsetting. It's against both teams, both sides. So right now, neither coach is real happy, which I guess is the way it should be. After all is said and done, it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Eagles on their own 24-yard line. Southwest does have all of their timeouts remaining, and let's see, Carroll, if they decide to be conservative here. They only have 2 down linemen right now, or if they go after them.
Well, even with 2 down linemen, they've had good pressure. The linebackers are blitzing.
And once again, head coach Solano wanted an explanation, and he received it. So now we're ready to put the ball down and start the play.
Check your email for the explanation, John. Mills looking, chased out of the pocket. Again, nowhere to run. He's hit as he gets ready to toss the ball. It goes incomplete. They call it an incomplete pass. It was very close to being a backwards pass.
And Carroll, on that play, the Bulldogs, once again, they had 2 down linemen. They rushed them. They had a stand-up linebacker flanked out. He also rushed. And then a delayed rush by the other outside lineman who was standing up. He came in, and he's the one that put the pressure and actually hit the quarterback as he was just getting ready to get rid of the ball. So no grounding or anything. The quarterback was hit as the ball came out.
2nd and 10, and now 4 of the Eagles are downfield. 3 linemen are pass blocking, and actually 2 wide receivers are downfield, and the ball hadn't been snapped yet.
So that's possible that was on the center, that the offending players had the right snap count and the center didn't. Because usually you don't see a lot of guys take off. It's, if there's a guy that takes off early, it's 1. But that time, as you call it, Carroll, there was 3 or 4 that were way downfield.
2nd and 15. Time running out here in the first half. Mills looking, dumps it off, and it is batted up in the air into the arms of an Eagle. And he knows what to do with it. He runs downfield, and on the catch, I believe that was Chance Bermudez. Bermudez, the tight end, just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
And Southwest does take a timeout, Carroll.
We'll take the timeout. We have 42 seconds to play in the first half. Calexico 14, Southwest nothing.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
The Eagles are threatening after a tipped pass went into the arms of Chance Bermudez.
Yeah, Carroll, on that play, actually the defensive back was going to make the interception, and the offensive player batted it up in the air, and Bermudez took it for a 55-yard gain.
And rolling to his right, looking, trying to get some, and he dumps it off as he's going down. As Bermudez once again in the right place at the right time. And
Southwest takes their second timeout.
That was a completed pass, but it was sure ugly, John. The timeout on the field with 31 seconds to play. I think the best way I can describe the Bulldog defense is disruptive.
Well, they're big and they're quick. And, Carroll, how's that from going from the pen house to the outhouse? Chance Bermudez gets that tip and goes 55 yards. Then he gets the next little shovel pass to get his quarterback out of trouble and gets tackled for a 10-yard loss.
And it is what it is, but the Eagles trying to play catch-up, trailing 14-0, putting the ball in the air. The problem is Matt Mills is getting no protection. And without that protection and with good coverage downfield, you have to point that out, that the Bulldogs' defensive secondary has provided blanket-like coverage on the Eagles' receivers. And again, the Eagles are missing 2 of their top receivers. And, that's hurting them.
Yes, and the other thing, Carroll, is right here. This is a critical part of the game because Calexico will receive the second-half kick. So Southwest would obviously like to put some points on the board before they have to go in the half and then give the ball back at the start of the second half.
2nd and 20 from the 36-yard line. Stepping up, Mills, and it goes incomplete. Intended for Cervantes. And Cervantes is not only an excellent runner, but we've seen him become a very good pass receiver.
Yeah, that time the ball wasn't catchable as Mills was under duress, and so he got rid of the football. Cervantes was running free. The cover man was trailing him, but it was just too difficult to pass to make. So now we have 3rd down with the clock stopped.
27 seconds to play. Coming up halftime, we'll go over numbers and update scores. Mills this time, has a man open, but it is intended for Bermudez and broken up by Andrew Rivera.
So that will bring up 4th down, and we certainly would expect the Eagles to go for it here. Although it is 4th and 20, the ball sitting on the 36, and then you get the ball all the way down to the 16-yard line. Mills does have the play called in. And we still have the game within the game, Carroll. It's going to be interesting to see if Calexico continues with the 2 or 3-man rush or if they send more this time.
4th and 20. Mills under pressure again. Mills will be hit. Mills will be sacked.
Yeah, and that was against the 3-man rush as the clock does stop on the change of possession. Now, Calexico is going to get a shot here, Carroll, because the sack took the ball outside the 40-yard line. It looks like they're going to mark it down on the 42-yard line of the Bulldogs.
With 14 seconds to play in the first half.
And 2 timeouts.
If they play it right, they'll have 2 plays. And we have already seen that Montejano can go deep.
And also when they get those speedy receivers out in the open field, they can turn up field, and they're very hard for the Eagles to catch.
Montejano from the pistol and hands off. It is Conchola down the far sideline. Conchola out of bounds at about the 40-yard line in Eagle territory. That will stop the clock. Spotted on the 39-yard line.
So building up, padding the stats. Nice pickup by Conchola there.
Spotted on the 39 in Eagle territory.
19-yard pickup as the clock is stopped now, as I believe the Bulldogs have exercised their timeout.
Bulldogs take a timeout. We will as well. 5.7 seconds left in the first half. It is Calexico 14, Southwest nothing.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter, when drains don't work, we do.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
It is Bulldogs, Paul. 1st and 10 on the Eagle 39-yard line. They lead 14-0. We have 6 seconds to play. 5.7 to be precise. Firing deep downfield and incomplete. And it was intended for Marco Esquer.
And that will end the first half.
He had somebody draped all over him downfield, but it wasn't called. And that's the end of the first half. At the end of one half of football from Eagle Field on the campus of Southwest High School in El Centro, it is the Calexico Bulldogs and the Southwest Eagles. Calexico leads 14-0.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088. The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Attention high school sports fans, are you an armchair official? You know, the parent or fan who constantly yells at the referees and loves to let everyone know just how bad you think they are. Well, if you think you could do better, then get in the game and prove it. It's time for you to suit up and make the calls where they actually count. Every sport in California needs more officials. Sign up today at highschoolofficials.com.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, Kxo El Centro.
We are at the half. It is homecoming. The Southwest Eagles celebrating homecoming. Not real thrilled with the 14-0 Calexico lead at the half, but the halftime festivities will go on. John Driffill, did you say you had some numbers?
Yes, it was a very interesting first half, one that we've expected, competitive. We did see a touchdown call back by the Bulldogs. There was some other penalties that certainly did affect the game, kept teams from getting first downs on both sides. But the important stat, of course, is the scoreboard, where the Eagles are trailing here 14-0 at the half. In the first half, we did see that the Bulldogs were everything that we were told, where they are about 75% rush, 25% pass. And they did run the ball from scrimmage 13 times. They did attempt 5 passes. Those 13 rushes did create 109 yards on the ground. 3 for 5 was Montejano for 74 yards, giving the Bulldogs a very respectable 183 total yards in the first half. They also had 8 first downs, and they did not turn the ball over. No fumbles, no interceptions. We'll be back with more after this.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655. McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IBC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Welcome back to the campus of Southwest High School here in El Centro, California. We're at the half. It is homecoming for the Eagles, and so far they have not been able to get into the end zone. Calexico has a 14-0 lead. Calexico came into this game with a winning record of 4-3, and they are showing why, as they are balanced. We mentioned that they ran for 109, threw for 74, giving them 183 total yards. They also had 8 first downs. On the other side of the football, the Eagles ran it the same number of times, 13 from scrimmage. Not quite the success. They only gained 34 yards on those 13 carries, but you do have to factor in there was a couple sacks in there that does take away the rushing yardage. In college football, Carroll, and pros, the sacks are actually counted against the quarterback's passing, but in high school, they're all considered rushing attempts. So therefore, you had 13 attempts for 34 total yards. 8 for 15 was Matt Mills. Started out hot, then cooled off a little bit in the second half for 106 yards, giving Southwest a very respectable 140 yards in the first half. Southwest did have 7 first downs to the Bulldogs 8, but also just as importantly, and matching Calexico, they did not turn the ball over. No fumbles, no interceptions. We'll be back with more after this.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service. 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Howell in El Centro.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active. Be present. It all begins with showing up.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
We are at the half of homecoming for the homecoming standings Eagles of Southwest High School, where they trail the visiting Bulldogs from the border city of Calexico 14-0. We mentioned that Southwest has rushed the ball 34 yards from 13 attempts in the first half. They did that spread out among 3 different ball carriers. First, the quarterback, Matt Mills, had 1 carry and a couple sacks, ended up with 4 credited carries for -5 yards. Logan Youngers, as always, involved in all aspects of the game, had 2 carries for 6 yards. And Matai Cervantes, as always, the leading ground gainer and ball carrier, had 7 carries for 33 yards. So I know when you add that all up, it's not 34 yards, but that's because you have to figure in the 5 yards that were credited against Matt Mills on the sacks. We also mentioned that the Bulldogs have run for 109 yards, but meanwhile, the Eagles have thrown the football for 106 yards. We'll see who the receivers were for the Eagles after this.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada, fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro. Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
We are at the half of Homecoming 2023 edition for the Homecoming Southwest Eagles as they trail the Bulldogs 14-0. We mentioned that Southwest has completed 8 of 15 pass attempts by their quarterback, Matt Mills, for 106 yards. Those receptions have been spread out among 4 different receivers. First, Cole Redden had a catch for 20 yards. As always, Logan Youngers, 4 catches for 33 yards. Andres Lopez had a catch for 8 yards. And the junior Chance Bermudez ended up with 2 catches for 45 yards. Right now, Carroll, all the princesses and princes have been introduced. They have the 4 princes standing on the homecoming platform, and then the princesses are driven around the track in various automobiles, and then they're escorted once they get to the other side of the field to the homecoming platform by their parents. Now, all of them, meaning all 4 princes and princesses, are on the platform, and they're waiting for the announcement. One will be king and queen, and then the other 3 will be the princes and the princesses of the dance, which I believe is tomorrow night.
I don't know about you, John, but what I basically remember about homecoming football games when I was in school was a bonfire the night before and the dance after.
Yes.
And I think the day after, typically. And I don't remember much during the ball game other than it was an inordinate amount of time in the locker room, and we couldn't wait to get back on the field.
Right, halftime. I did want to ask you, Carroll, I was noticing as the cars that were transporting the princesses around the field, way back when we just had one high school here in El Centro, Central High School, they would have the homecoming, obviously, over there. And if I'm not mistaken, that's what I want to ask you, your wife, Pam, who worked for El Centro Motors, didn't El Centro Motors at different times provide the automobiles that would drive the princesses around the stadium?
I think anybody that could provide a convertible was asked to do so. The way things have gone tonight, everything was a pickup truck. So that may be indicative of the fact that it's an agricultural-based economy in the valley. I don't know. Nobody asked me to use my convertible, which is fine. My little 2-seat Mazda Miata would not have been apropos to shuttle a princess or a queen around. But we did do something last night. The Central High School class of 1963 is in town for a reunion. And that reunion tonight, unfortunately, they picked a weekend when Central wasn't playing. The Central with a bye this weekend, but the class of 63 organized a cruise in downtown El Centro the way they did when they were in high school. And the story we get, because I did not grow up in the valley, I did not go to high school in the valley, I did not cruise in the valley, was they would cruise from Foster Freeze on 4th down Main to Baker's Burgers, which was out by where Vaughn's is on Imperial Avenue, and just do the loop. And there were a different route a couple of years later that included Noggles, which is now Del Taco on Ocotillo Drive. So with us in Kalamazoo, Michigan, in the 60s, you cruised Schwartz's. Schwartz's was a drive-in, almost identical to what you saw in American Graffiti, with the dining room that not a whole lot of people were in, and the car hops at the stalls around. And it had, you could pull in one driveway, go all the way around the back and out another driveway, go through the front. And Kalamazoo, which is a pretty good-sized city, good number of high schools even then, Schwartz's was neutral territory. There was never a problem at Schwartz's. And you would get together, and I can remember cruising Schwartz's and run into guys from Otsego High School. And we talk, I remember you, yeah, you got me a couple of times. Yeah, that type of thing. And it was literally American Graffiti in Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I know that was the case in a lot of other cities.
Oh, yes, Carroll. I grew up in Sacramento, and we had K Street. The downtown Sacramento streets were numbered and lettered, and K Street was the place where they cruised, and we would go cruising and listen to Wolfman Jack, just like in the movie American Graffiti. We would pick up his radio station, and unfortunately, Sacramento, there wasn't problems, but there was so many cars cruising K Street that by the 70s, they actually mauled it over, and there was no longer a street left to cruise on.
The last time I was in Sacramento, I remember the mall. And when I first moved to California, E Street in San Bernardino was the drag. And you went up and down E Street. Yeah, I think that's just part of Americana. And, if you had a hot car, you had to show it off. If you were lucky, your dad had a hot car, you got to show that off. But it was all part of the American culture back when gas was 20 cents a gallon. And the Ford Galaxy 500 XL with the 390 high-performance engine that you were riding in got 8 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, Carroll, I think we just lost everybody from our audience that is under the age of 40.
Don't get it, do they? Fireworks going off. We've got a second half coming up, and we'll be bringing you that. High school football on AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road.
Coming up, we've got a second half of football. Updating scores at the half. Brawley leads Imperial 28-6. I would be a little bit surprised by that. I thought Imperial would be more in that game. Vincent leads Calapat 14-0. Last night, Hopeville beat Palo Verde 20-14. And here it is Calexico 14, Southwest nothing. John, you've got the news.
Well, yes, of course, we have to present the four princes. First, there was Jorge Castillo. Emilio Ceballos was another prince. Dylan Galacia, who's also on the football team. He wears number 3. And Matthew Mulvihill. The princesses were Ashley Bourbon, Jalen Bullock, Esmeralda Guadarrama, and Eliana Rodriguez. And the winner for the boys, the king, is Jorge Castillo, and the queen is Ashley Bourbon.
Okay, you got it first on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel. We've got a second half kickoff coming up when the smoke clears as fireworks were part of the halftime festivities. Our congratulations go to the Queen and her court, the King and his court.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Did you know that about 1,000 students from around the Imperial Valley are getting a jump on their college careers by attending IVC classes right now on their own high school campus? Ask us about our dual enrollment programs, available to students at most Imperial Valley high schools. Get started now at the #1 community college in the nation. Check us out. For information, go to imperial.edu and search dual enrollment. That's imperial.edu.
High school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, brought to you by Roto-Rooter. Serving the entire Imperial Valley by Johnny's Burritos, Brawley, Imperial, and El Centro. The Broken Yoke Cafe, CB Stop in Calexico, La Fonda Bar and Grill, McNeese Mart, Dogwood and Maine, El Centro. Also, Azza Mobile Auto Repair by Southwest Security, Southwest Postal, Imperial Valley College, Stan's Auto Body, and the Central Union High School District. The Bulldogs will receive the opening kickoff as we get ready in the second half. And it is a kick that'll be fielded at the 15. Out, Andrew Rivera turns it upfield and will cross the 20, the 25, out to about the 28-yard line before Rivera is brought down.
And once again, Carroll, the kicker actually ran about, or the receiver ran about 50, 60 yards, but he only went about 12 upfield. So the Bulldogs will get the ball starting on their own 28-yard line.
And you know how I feel about that, John.
Carroll, the first game of the year was delayed because of possible lightning, and they might have to cancel the game. And here we had a delay because of smoke from the fireworks from the halftime show.
Smoke from a distant fire, or Stanford Townsend, or perhaps Purple Haze. And the ball dropped as the handoff from Matahano to Esquer bounced a couple of times before Esquer was able to pick it up back at the 22-yard line. Not a good start on that play for the Bulldogs.
And we've talked, Carroll, about the read option where the quarterback will give it to the halfback but then take it back if he sees something. And that time, Esquer just had too good a hold of the football and it popped loose when the quarterback, Montejano, tried to pull it back.
Second and about 8.
It was good to see from the Bulldogs' perspective that they did attack the right side. They've had a lot of success doing that tonight. Not so much when they attack the left side of their offense.
Esquer in a slot on the right side. Matahano will hand off. They run it to the left, and not a whole lot there. The ball carrier was Davian Ramirez.
Ramirez picked up 1 yard, bringing it up now third and about 16.
His first carry of the night.
They need to get all the way out to the 38-yard line, and the ball is sitting on about the 23.
Third and about 17. Matahano back to pass, has time, looks, fires. It is complete over the middle across the 30, 35 out to the 40-yard line. Frankie Luero Rodriguez, the senior, with the catch and the first down.
Yeah, Luero's first catch here in the second half. He had 2 touchdown catches in the first. Only one of them counted. And that was a big first down play. Across the 40 all the way out to the 41-yard line on that 18-yard pickup.
First and 10. Bulldogs with a 14-0 lead. And off again, and it is Controla Leo, the senior. And Leo will pick up about 2 yards before he is brought down. And he is brought down in there by Fabian Villanueva.
Fabian is one of those players that we've called his name throughout the year. He's been a stalwart as a nose guard for this Eagle defense.
Second and 8. It is A little counter play, and the handoff to Leo Conchola. Conchola with his hand on the back of his right tackle as he follows him down for about a 4-yard gain. It'll bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Conchola was able to follow his pulling guard, got some positive yards between the tackles. So now you have 3rd and 5. Decision time if they don't get this first down, as they're right near midfield on the 46.
And the handoff sweeping to the right. It is Controla again. Leo, he'll pick up a yard, maybe 2. It'll be spotted on the 47-yard line, still in Bulldog territory. Make it the 46.
And with that play, we have 4th down now for the Bulldogs. We may see their first punt here in the second half. They did have 1 punt in the first half, although now there seems to be some confusion as players are coming out, going in, signaling each other.
And now we see the punter. Diaz comes in, and he will do the punting. Good snap, nice kick, beautiful kick, and it is fielded at the 22, out across the 25, and big hit at about the 28-yard line. On the return and getting up a bit gimpy, that was Julian Lopez. Lopez on the sidelines. That's another wide receiver they can't afford to lose, John.
No, and Carroll, that was an excellent opening drive by the Eagles. That's exactly what they needed to do, have the Bulldogs punt the ball so the Eagles can now try to get something going offensively. This Bulldog team we've mentioned, they're big and they're quick. They have given these Eagles trouble, but the Eagles were able to run the football in the first half. They just had the negative sacks that took away from their total yardage, but they've had much more success throwing the football.
1st and 10, Eagles pro set backfield, the handoff up the middle and getting a couple of yards. And that would be, of course, Cervantes. But the maybe a change with the pro set backfield. That's the quarterback in the shotgun and flanked by running backs on either side.
Yeah, we saw Southwest do that last week against the Wildcats. They started out the first half with what they've normally played, the pistol, the shotgun, and then in the second half they did change, and now they've gone back to the pro set once again.
Wide left, slot left, and the Bulldogs jump. So
we saw that in the first half.
Yes, quite a bit of that, actually. And that'll cost them 5. Coach can't be happy about those penalties, John.
No, and he certainly can't blame the officials or anyone else for it. Very obvious when your nose tackle runs into the center before he's hiked the football. But that does pick up an easy 5 yards. So now you're looking at 2nd and 3 instead of 2nd and 8. So the Eagles do have options here. Obviously, they know that they can go deep, having another down, 3rd down to play with. And they've gone back to the pistol formation with only one single back.
And, of course, that's Cervantes. And Cervantes with the football. Cervantes will get the first down as he crosses the 40 out to the 41-yard line. So, Matai Cervantes, the Eagles moving the football. And if you can establish the run game, Mills may get some time to throw a pass.
Now you have the pro set double backs in the backfield.
Here come the Bulldogs. And rolling out to his right, turning it upfield is Youngers, and Youngers will get nowhere. Leo Conchola tracked him down. Youngers did pick up 3, but Conchola played it well.
First time tonight that we've seen Youngers take the snap, and that was kind of like a wildcat. We certainly saw that the Bulldogs appeared to be prepared. As soon as they saw Youngers back there, they went from their 2 or 3 down linemen to 6 down linemen, and anticipating the run, and that's exactly what they got.
So the Eagles moving the football, 2nd and 7. Looking, firing. Youngers dumps it off downfield. It is complete, and it'll pick up about 11 yards on the catch. Andres Lopez. Lopez shaken up in the first half, but he's back.
And with Youngers at quarterback, they cross midfield. That was a nice 11-yard pickup on that pitch and catch. Youngers 1 for 1. That was his first attempt here in the game.
Youngers with Cervantes in the backfield with him. 3 wide on the right side, the wide side of the field. Youngers on the quarterback draw, turns it upfield across the 40 down to about the 38-yard line. And somebody's going to have to stop Leo Conchola. He was in on that tackle as well, John.
Yes, but it's well down the line of scrimmage. Excellent run by Youngers as we see that the Eagles appear to have a little more giddy up in their step, Carroll. They've come out and they've already picked up 2 first downs. They're looking at 2nd and about 3 here under the direction of Youngers. And he does not appear to hesitate when he thinks that he can take off and gain positive yards, and he's done that so far. Picked up 10 yards, 2 carries already.
Youngers drops back again, chased out of the pocket, fires. It is complete and hit immediately.
It will be a first down, though, as the receiver was Chance Bermudez, and he was across the down yard to make and then was driven back.
And driven back by Conchola, this time Lionel, the sophomore.
But that is the 3rd first down in a row here for the Eagles as they move the ball smartly downfield. Youngers 2 for 2 on this drive. The ball sits on the Bulldog 35-yard line.
Calexico leads 14-0, but the Southwest Eagles are driving. Logan Youngers has Cervantes immediately directly behind him. Dumps it off. It is complete. Andres Lopez will carry it down to the 25-yard line.
Should be enough for another first down.
Just shy. They'll spot it on the 26, so it'll be 2nd and 1. And calling for a stoppage on the clock.
Yeah, he was knocked out of bounds, so that's why they marked him short of the line to make.
And it is up the middle. It is Cervantes looking for a block, gets it, and turns it upfield inside the 15 down to about the 13-yard line.
13-yard pickup for Cervantes as he continues to pad his stats here in the 3rd quarter. Clock is running, but right now the Eagles are appearing to knock on the door. They're ready to kick it in and score their first points of the night, get them right back in this game. Calexico appears a little frustrated now with Youngers back there at quarterback.
Well, the Eagles made some adjustments at halftime, and they are moving the football. It is 1st and 10 from the 13. Handoff, it is Matai Cervantes down to about the 8-yard line, pickup of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Eagles moving the football. They trail 14-0.
Logan Youngers comes to the sideline to get the play call, not sent in by a player. He himself came across to get it.
2nd and 5. And it is Cervantes again. Cervantes will take it down to the 5. It'll be 3rd and about 1. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. At the end of 3 quarters, our score, it is Calexico 14, Southwest nothing.
Stan's Auto Body has been serving customers in the Imperial Valley for many years now. Their mission is to be recognized as a premier provider of auto body repair services. Stan's Auto Body also works closely with you and your insurance company on your collision repair. They're committed to delivering superior quality and customer service by exceeding your expectations. Stan's Auto Body thanks you for making them #1 with CarWise.com. Give them a call or stop by 1880 West Euclid Avenue in El Centro.
Hi, I'm Craig Lyon, principal at Central Union High School. Here's a message to students and parents from the Central Union High School District. Showing up is a valuable life habit. Build the habit of good attendance. Attending school every day is possible, and it helps students learn and grow. Attending school improves mental health through socializing, developing friendships, and forming relationships. Be active, be present. It all begins with showing up.
It's high school football. We are live on the Imperial Valleys, AM 1230 KXO El Centro, California, and on our KXO YouTube channel. Mickey Dale, George Grijalva are live on our website, kxoradio.com, with the Raleigh Wildcats hosting the Imperial Tigers and not being very good about being good host.
The Eagles now, Carroll, knocking on the door, appears to have changed the momentum of this game once Youngers went in at quarterback.
3rd and 1. It is Cervantes. He'll cross the 5 down to about the 4. That should be a first down. And
it looks like they're going to mark him about half a yard short. The clock continues to go. Obviously, they're well within field goal range. This would be even shorter than a PAT, but the Eagles don't want 3. They want 6. And so they're going to go for it here.
4th and inches. And when you've got a Matai Cervantes in the backfield, that's, in my book, that's where you're going to go with the ball.
Or you can fake to him and then have Youngers take off sprinting. He does have a lot of good speed.
Youngers has Cervantes with him in the backfield on a 4th and inches. It is Cervantes, and Cervantes moves the pile, and that is a first down. 1st and goal from the 2.
So you would expect Cervantes to be rewarded as he has carried the ball now 5 straight times, get a 6th carry and see if he can get it in the end zone for these Eagles.
And what has been working, obviously, is they were unable really to get a passing game going because of the pressure. And if you can be successful running, you're going to bring the defense in. They're going to put 7, 8, 9, 10 in the box, and that's going to open up your passing game. It's all a chess match, John. Empty backfield other than Youngers. And Youngers will try to take it in himself, and Youngers will get it in. Youngers split 2 defenders and slid into the end zone. Touchdown, Southwest. So the Eagles make their adjustments at the half, and he gets it into the end zone. There is an injured Bulldog on the sidelines of the end zone, and they are going to be tending to him. So, John, we saw the adjustments. The Eagles, one of the adjustments is Logan Youngers sliding into the quarterback position and keeping the ball on the ground in the middle with Matai Cervantes. And that should open up the offense for them a little bit. There's timeout on the field as there is the injured Bulldog. We'll be back for a point after it.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 60 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
Johnny's Burritos, an Imperial Valley tradition since 1963. 3 locations, Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro. Delicious burritos, including your favorite breakfast burritos, made just the way you like it. Tacos and taquitos, sandwiches, burgers, carne asada fries, and so much more. And don't forget their delicious Johnny's sweet tea. Johnny's Burritos in Raleigh, Imperial, and El Centro.
The CB Stop, located at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road in Calexico, is your one-stop location for ice-cold beer, wine, and your favorite beverages. They have a selection of sandwiches, chips, snacks, ice, and play the lotto, including Powerball and Mega Super Lotto. You can even get fishing bait and a fishing license. The CB Stop has it all, along with a gas station with diesel and a car wash. Open 24 hours a day. The CB Stop, located in Calexico at the corner of Cole and Bowker Road. There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
And the Eagles will come out, and they will show they're going to go for 2.
They've had success, so why not?
Pro set in the backfield. It is Cervantes, and Cervantes into the end zone, and that is good for the 2 points. I like it. I like that call. You know, they haven't been able to stop Cervantes here in the second half, and there is we got another injury, and this time it's an Eagle down on the field. The points are on the board. With 10:23 to play in this football game, the Southwest Eagles put up their first points of the night. They went 71 yards in 13 plays. An excellent drive. 10 of those plays on the ground, 3 of 3 passing for Logan Youngers. The touchdown, well, it was Youngers from 2 yards out. And then the conversion, 2-point conversion, it was Cervantes, Matai Cervantes, with the conversion. And that makes it 14-8. The Eagles still trail the Bulldogs. Up north, Brawley leading Imperial 35-13. John, I thought that game might be a bit closer.
Well, Brawley's got an excellent team this year, Carroll. Their defense has already pitched about 4 shutouts. Their offense has scored some points. And if you're not ready to play when you face Brawley, then they're going to line up and smack you. They have some excellent football players, and we've seen them right here, but also their coaching staff. Van Diver and Rubio are doing a great job as co-head coaches, have not lost a beat since John Self's retirement. And, a lot of people are surprised by that, but the people up in the north end, Brawley, they're not. They expected that. I think the only thing that they're thinking about is why isn't it a running clock? They probably thought they were going to shut them out 35-0. But Imperial does have some skill players. They can play. And although that game appears to be well in hand for Brawley, it's not over yet. Meanwhile, our game right here, Carroll, there's a sense of feeling that if the Bulldogs don't put some more points up on the board, they're not going to win this game. That right now the Eagles have all the confidence in the world. It seems like if they get the ball back, a touchdown now ties it, and then they can convert a PAT. They're going to be in the lead. That's at the minimum. That's what that 2-point conversion did. So all the momentum now is on the Eagles side of the field. The Bulldogs, they need to respond right now, or they're going to be in serious trouble of this Eagle team pulling a victory out after trailing 14-0 at the half.
And the Eagles, with those adjustments they made at the half, turned into, as I mentioned, 71-yard drive in 13 plays and a good, solid drive. They're still tending to the injured Eagle. We'll be back.
Wake up with us at Broken Yoke Cafe. Open daily at 7 a.m. Serving you your favorite breakfast. From omelets, pancakes, how about eggs Benedict, waffles, and yes, Mexican breakfast too. Broken Yoke Cafe also serves lunch till 2 p.m. From sandwiches, salads, and yes, of course, the all-American cheeseburger. You can order online at Broken Yoke Cafe El Centro or call 760-352-9655. That's 352-9655.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It also has a mobile auto repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Azza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Azza Mobile Auto and Towing Service, 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party with party platters. Choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
They're still tending to the injured Eagle in the end zone. We don't know who it is, and we don't want to speculate on what the injuries might be, but they are just working with him. The professionals are out there. John, next week, you and I, we're going to hit the road. We'll go to Blythe, Palo Verde Valley High School. And I think the Yellow Jackets are going to be a bit fired up after losing to Hopeville the way they did last night.
Yes, Carroll, I'm looking forward to seeing the Yellow Jackets up there. There's a lot of good friends over the years. John Dagnino, who was the coach for many years. Hopefully we'll see him at the game. But I also want to see all the stuff. I've heard that they've got all kinds of support now, things going on. You win back-to-back CIF championships. Usually you're going to get a good following. So I'm looking forward to seeing all the improvements that they've done to the field and to the snack bar and everything, to their locker room. Just there's been a lot of good things going on at Blythe.
The injured Eagle, Humberto Rascon, an offensive lineman. He's a junior. He's coming off under his own power. And that is a very positive thing. He's a big guy, John.
Yes. And now we'll see the kickoff for the Eagles. This is only their second kickoff of the game. They kicked off to start this half.
So we're ready to get play underway.
And the referees are finally getting everything set, and they're ready to go.
So we'll get ready. There we go. Short bouncing kick. And it'll be picked up at about the 12, and they run the reverse. And, well, it works to a degree. As the ball was fielded by Andrew Rivera, and then he handed it off to Frankie Luera Rodriguez. And Rodriguez carries it out to the 23-yard line.
Yeah. Carroll, usually a reverse will work when you have a very aggressive pursuing squad, but the Eagles stay in their lanes, and so they had 4 players just right there ready to take the ball carrier on the reverse, and they did, brought him down. So now Calexico's looking at 1st and 10, and they've got a ways to go.
And they have to move the ball. They need points. Low snap. Montejano is able to pick it up, and then he is brought down from behind. He will get about a yard, but a low snap.
Not a good beginning when you have a very crucial drive where you have to not only maintain possession, but you need to put some points on the board to keep the game out of danger. And it's just a bad snap. It wasn't Montejano's problem or fault. The ball came right at his shoe tops, so he did well to pick it up and gain a yard.
2nd and 9. Bulldogs. Handoff. Looking for some running room, and it is closed off very, very quickly. The ball carrier, Luis Angelo Alcala.
Alcala was one of the starters, Carroll, but we haven't called his name a lot as he picked up 5 on that carry. Success running to the right side of the Bulldogs' offensive line.
I'm not sure why the clock. I know why the clock stopped. The officials are talking to the 2 captains and saying, let's cut out the chippy stuff.
Yeah, perhaps.
Don't want to see any more of that. And great move on J.J. Jackson's part. He brought the 2 guys, a defensive lineman and offensive lineman that were involved, stood between them and said, knock it off.
Very crucial 3rd down here.
Kudos to J.J. on that one. He did a great job. Handoff again. It is Alcala. Alcala looking for some running room, and again, the Eagles shut him down. He picks up maybe a yard, and that's about it. The Eagles and Alcala are fighting over the football, but he's down.
Yeah, that's going to bring up 4th down. They did give him 2 yards, so it's 4th down from the 30.
4th and 2.
I don't know if Calexico is going to go for this or not.
That'd be awful risky the way the defense, and they will punt.
Yeah, they do have their punter out there. I would not expect any kind of fake on this.
Dominic Diaz.
Southwest has been very close to blocking the previous 2 attempts.
Diaz with a 12-yard drop, takes a snap, gets away. A beautiful spiral. And it'll bounce at the 20 and keep rolling down inside the 15, be down at the 14. Eagles put it in play 1st and 10 on their own 14-yard line.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
Okay, John, the Eagles have time. There is 7 minutes and 49 seconds, and they'd love to use up 7 minutes and 40 seconds.
Yeah, plenty of time. That was a great kick by Diaz. He did his part. Now the defense for the Bulldogs need to do their part.
And it is Cervantes up the middle. Flag flies in behind the play.
Yeah, this could be a devastating call if it goes against the Eagles. The Eagles, once again, after that previous drive, have a lot of momentum, a lot of confidence. And I believe that they're looking at this as there shouldn't be any problem going the 84 yards they need to put the ball in the end zone for the go-ahead touchdown. We still have not got a call yet, but the Eagles are backing up. And now here's the call. It's a hold against the Eagles. Should be half the distance. Can't be 10 because the ball was on the 14, so they should put it back to the 7.
And they will spot it on the 7.
So that'll bring up 1st and 17. Youngers has shown some magic tonight. Let's see if he can overcome this.
So they got 93 yards to go.
But if they do put it in the end zone, they only get credit for 84 of them.
First down and about 18. Youngers from his end zone looks, fires downfield, and overthrows the target. And it goes incomplete. He rifled that, John. That was a bullet.
Yeah, no, Youngers, without a doubt, in my opinion, is the best quarterback in the Valley. And he showed right there. He threw that ball about 50 yards in the air without much effort. And I thought it was a very good throw, Carroll, because he was throwing it away. There was nothing there. The player was double coverage. He got rid of the ball before the pressure could come in. You don't want to take a sack down here near your goal line.
2nd and 18. Youngers hands off. Cervantes brings it out to the 10. Picks up about 3. That'll bring up 3rd and 14.
And Carroll, I'm going to give credit to Javier Rodriguez. He just made a great tackle. If he does not tackle Cervantes, he's probably still running.
3rd down. Big play for the Eagles. They trail 14-8.
Two down linemen for the Bulldogs.
Rolling out of the end zone, hit in the end zone again, rolling to the other side. It is Youngers, turns it upfield across the 10, the 15, out to about the 18-yard line. Youngers flirting with disaster.
But he was cool under pressure, Carroll, and he brought it all the way out for an 8-yard pickup. Now you have a very interesting call. 4th down on your 18-yard line. They're going to mark it on the 19, so let's give him 9 yards on that carry.
And you punt. You've got plenty of time.
And they do have all 3 timeouts.
There's 6:13 to play in this game. The Eagles know they've got time.
And they do need 6 yards for the first down, so they are back to kick.
And they need a good kick.
They also need a good snap. We have seen some previous games where the snap weren't crisp.
Nice kick. Fielded right at the midfield stripe. And it is Conchola, breaks through a couple of tacklers and brings it down to about the 28-yard line before he is brought down by Kenneth Ortiz. Nice return, John, and what did he do? He went straight up the field.
Yeah, he caught that ball and just put a full head of steam straight up the field all the way down to the 28-yard line. So Calexico now, in their perspective, they need to get a first down here. If they get at least one first down and move the ball, don't get the second first down, they are within field goal range. We know that their kicker can kick from about 40 yards in.
And the handoff, it is in the middle and spinning. Nice spin. Got him an extra yard as Luis Angelo Alcala on the run. Picks up 3. 2 of that came after he was hit 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, it looks like we're still getting a little bit of help from the officials on trying to have the kids keep their cool and keep their heads under this as Alcala stays in as the tailback.
Bulldogs. And it is Alcala across the 20 to the 19, and one of the Eagles came up with the football. That was Matai Cervantes, but it had been blown dead.
Yeah, it was well after the player was down, and he was actually on his back when they stripped the ball, took it from him. Carroll, Alcala is in now. We have not seen Leo Conchola since he exited in the 3rd quarter with that ankle injury.
He is back out on defense, on offense, John.
But we haven't seen him carry the ball yet.
No, we have not seen him carry the ball.
And he was the main ball carrier in the first half for them.
I want to give credit to the officials tonight in controlling this game.
Yes, it's a very emotional game. Both teams need a victory. We mentioned that Calexico's on a 3-game losing streak. Southwest has their own losing streak going as well, and so one of these two teams is going to end that tonight, barring a tie.
The officials, J.J. Jackson wearing the white hat, doing a great job. And this is blown dead before it gets underway.
And as soon as I mentioned about Leo Conchola, he is back as a tailback, and that's going to hurt the Bulldogs, this motion.
So, instead of third and about 2, it's going to be third and about 7.
The clock is running. Southwest is saving their timeouts.
14-8. The Bulldogs with the win. 4 minutes and 10 seconds to play in this football game. And the handoff fake to Conchola. He's dropped, but he didn't have the ball. As it was the quarterback.
Yeah, read option, he kept it, and we have Southwest first timeout.
So we'll take the timeout. 4 minutes and 3 seconds to play in this game. It is Calexico 14, Southwest 8.
Build your future at CET, the Center for Employment Training. CET has been serving farm workers since 1967. Grants are available so that farm workers and their children can attend at no cost. See if you qualify at cetweb.edu. Farm worker admissions. Enroll at any time. All programs can be completed in under a year. And job placement assistance and financial aid are available to those who qualify. Call 800-533-2519 or go to cetweb.edu. The future is in your hands.
Your favorite NFL team plays on Imperial Valley's AM 1230, KXOL Centro.
It is high school football. Southwest homecoming against the Calexico Bulldogs. The Bulldogs, a long bus ride, 10 miles?
It'll be a long one if they don't convert this fourth down right here, as they are going for it. It's fourth and a long 2, as they do have Conchola back in the backfield.
Matahano.
Looks like they're...
And Matahano will keep it. Matahano will get the first down and plenty more as he carries down to the 11-yard line. Matahano took the snap from the shotgun and just blasted into the line. Had the hole, get the first down. And is that going to be enough to ice the ball game?
Well, Southwest still has 2 timeouts, and we did see a chance for a fumble on the previous play before that one. But Carroll, Montejano actually looked like a wildcat. He took that snap and just took off running behind his right tackle.
Montejano, this time he does hand off, and it is Conchola inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line.
5-yard pickup, and Southwest not deciding to take one of their 2 remaining timeouts yet as the clock continues to run.
It is 2nd and 5 from the 7.
And we had a little bit of mix-up on the Southwest side. One player came out. He was supposed to stay on the field, so he goes back, and now they've got the proper 11.
2nd and 5. Bulldogs driving. Want to use as much time as they can on the sweep. And shaking off one tackle and getting into the end zone is Marco Esquer. On that jet sweep, Esquer brushed off one Eagle tackler and took it into the end zone. Now, does this ice it for the Bulldogs? Remember what I told you before we started last night in Palo Verde? Holtville scored 20 points in the last 3.5 minutes of the game and recovered 3 onside kicks in the process.
So if Southwest puts the ball on the end zone, we will see at least one more onside kick here, as the PAT is good.
So with 2:42 to play in this football game, it is Calexico 21, the Southwest Eagles 8.
Your friends at La Fonda Bar and Grill wants us to continue to remember our heroes who advocated for the freedom we enjoy today. When you're craving Mexican food, La Fonda Bar and Grill is everybody's favorite choice. The Camacho family has been doing it right for many, many years. One tradition they've always kept is serving you freshly made Mexican food daily. From chili rellenos to enchiladas, everything is handmade. If you're craving Mexican food, make sure you stop by La Fonda Bar and Grill, 1950 South 4th Street in El Centro.
Updating a fourth quarter score in Brawley. Wildcats lead the Tigers 42-13.
So that is not running clock. That still will be stop time, as I'm sure Broad would like to put one more score up on the board so they can get that clock running. They love to beat teams by running clock, especially here in the Valley. Calexico having a little bit of trouble getting the proper set, but let's see now if Diaz tries to put the ball in the end zone or if he pops it up again like he's been doing on all his previous attempts.
He's been able to put it pretty much where he wants to. And it's always nice to have a kicker that can do that. Pretty much the same thing.
This one goes out of bounds. So let's see if the Eagles make him kick it again.
They have an option.
And it looks like they're going to take it on the 35.
So the Eagles will put it in play, 1st and 10 on their own.
And they're placing the ball on the 35, so that's a good place to start a drive from, but at the same time, there's a reason why Calexico does not want to kick the ball deep to the returners. They fear the speed of both Youngers and Cervantes, but instead of finding out what would happen if they kicked it 5 yards deeper, they're going to put the ball on the 35. Southwest wants to get going. They still have 2 timeouts. Now they are trailing by 13 points, so they need 2 scores to be able to take this game, snatch it out of the jaws of defeat. And now they move the ball up to the 40. I'm not sure why they've done that.
Apparently there was a penalty. That's all we can figure out. They're going to, no penalty. The chains are now.
Now one of the refs comes in and he said, wait a minute, are we supposed to start on the 40 or the 35? So they're talking and they're going to get this figured out. I would assume there is a penalty. The ball's out of bounds. So you have the option, make them kick it again from 5 yards back, take it where it went out of bounds, or take it on the 35.
Now they will put it on the 35.
Which is where the options lie. Yeah, you can't mark off 2 penalties. You can't say, okay, out of bounds, so penalty on the 35, and then another penalty unless it's a dead ball foul. And we did not see anything that would have been that.
I think it was just a mistake. Whoops. 1st and 10. Logan Youngers will take the snap. Youngers rolling to his left, looking downfield, firing downfield, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, Andres Lopez. Lopez double covered, but had a shot at the ball. It was beautifully thrown.
Logan Youngers put that ball, as they say in the NFL Network, right through the window, right on target. That was as perfect a pass as you could throw. 2 defenders there, and the only one that got his hands on the ball was the intended receiver.
And Lopez is a bit gimpy. He was hurt in the first half, and I think maybe if he was able to run at full speed, might have been a little bit different.
Calexico is only rushing 3 down linemen. They are defending with 8.
Youngers has a little bit of time, looking, now fires off into the flat. It is complete and will be a gain of about 2 yards, and that's it.
A lot of whistles over there in the sideline. See if he got out of bounds to stop the clock.
2:15 to play in this football game. Spotted on the 37-yard line. It'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And I believe on the reception was Chance Bermudez.
He's become the target almost by default, John. Youngers rolling to his left, looking downfield, dumps it off. It is complete.
And that will be a first down.
First down, Bermudez with the catch. I'm sorry, it wasn't Bermudez. He was there, but it was Andres Lopez with the catch.
Excellent reception by Lopez.
And he stayed in bounds, so there's 1:30 to play, and Youngers will down the ball. So that'll stop the clock on an incomplete pass. Bring up 2nd and 10.
Saving a timeout.
Do it, you said.
The Eagles break huddle. They trail by 13. Youngers rolling to his right, looking. Chase out of the pocket, turns it upfield on the far sideline, and is brought down at about the 38-yard line in Bulldog territory. He does go out of bounds.
Another first down as they break the 40-yard line. They're going to mark it all the way down on the 37. 15-yard pickup by Youngers as he's doing it with his arm and his legs in this drive.
Clock is running inside of 1:10. Youngers has Cervantes right next to him. Back to pass, looking, firing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Short hopped it.
We'll have all the stats as we always do at the conclusion of the game, as that does stop the clock. But Youngers has had quite an impressive second half as the quarterback.
Okay, off the wall question, John. What about Major League Baseball right now? Who you got?
Well, I actually kind of like Texas because I remember when Bruce Bochy was the manager of the Padres, and they certainly did not have any of the success or the support that the Padres are getting now. And I just thought he was a wonderful coach, and he proved me right when he went up and won 3 World Series with the Giants.
Yes. 2nd and 10. Youngers chase out of the pocket. He's hit, and he will be sacked.
They'll have to take a timeout here, or else the clock will keep going, and they do.
Marlon
Southwest.
Sanchez on the sack. Sanchez from the linebacker position just shot in and got him. And it's a loss of 8 yards, so it'll be 3rd and 18. Timeout on the field. We'll keep it here. And the game, for the most part, John, pretty much what I thought it might be. I knew that these two teams would be competitive.
Yeah, very interesting game. It's a great game. This is the best game we've had in several weeks.
The adjustments that the Eagles made at halftime paid off. Unfortunately, tough to overcome a 14-point lead. Again, updating some scores. Vincent 21, Calapat nothing. And last night, Holtville beat Palo Verde 20-14. Brawley leading Imperial 42-13 in the north end. Next week, it'll be Centro and Imperial, and it'll be Mickey Dale, George Grahava bringing you that game. John and I will be in White for the Palo Verde Southwest football game.
And I believe these Bulldogs will be playing against the Brawley Wildcats.
I believe you're right. Brawley and Calexico will play.
And that game
in Brawley.
In Brawley, yes. As Brawley has 2 straight home games, then they finish the Bell game at Centro.
3rd and 18. Youngers back, looking, steps up, fires downfield, and it is intercepted. Into the arms of Andrew Rivera. Rivera with a diving catch. 39 seconds to play in the football game, and it's the Bulldogs with a win.
First turnover of the evening, although we have had 3 turnovers on downs. but those are not credited as turnovers. So that time Youngers was facing a rush. The Bulldogs brought 6. They had been sending 3. They doubled that, put some pressure. He let it go, trying to make something happen. And unfortunately, it was a very good play by the Bulldogs, and so they will snap their 3-game losing streak, and they will go to 5-3 on the season. I would think we would see the victory formation here. At least I hope we do.
I would think we do, and that's what we see. Ball snap, take a knee. I think they may do it one more time. Nope, that's it. Ball game over. Final score, it is the Calexico Bulldogs 21, the Southwest Eagles 8. It's high school football live on AM 1230 KXO El Centro and on the KXO YouTube channel.
McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store with everything you need to get through the day. Fill your tank with V-Power from Shell, and then visit the deli for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Choose your favorite deli sandwich or hot stuffed pizza, or feed the office for your next party. With party platters, choose from meat, cheese, vegetable, or sandwich platters. Yes, McNeese Mart, your one-stop convenience store at the corner of Dogwood and Main Street in El Centro.
There's a new mobile auto repair and towing service in Yuma. It's also Aza Mobile Auto Repair, formerly John's Auto Service. Only the name has changed. You still receive the same professional service on all makes and models automobiles because Aza has been John's mechanic for 28 years. He is now the proud owner and continues to give you the same quality service. Also Aza Mobile Auto and Towing Service. 508 East 22nd Street in Yuma. Call 928-941-1088.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. 2 years ago, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. So if you're tired of dealing with the inconvenience of our post office hours and you would like to be able to get your mail when you want, Saturdays, Sundays, holidays, in the middle of the night, then come visit us at Southwest Postal with 24-hour staff. Plus, we're also your local FedEx, DHL, and Postal Service Center. We even offer text message and email notification when you receive your mail. Southwest Postal at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
Well, it's homecoming for the Southwest Eagles, and not going to be a very happy one as they go down 21-8 to the Calexico Bulldogs. But all things considered, I think the Southwest Eagles, after making some adjustments, played quite well. We knew that these two teams were going to be relatively evenly matched, and for the most part, they were. The Bulldogs carried a 14-0 lead into the half. The Eagles came back with a 71-yard drive, went over 13 plays, 10 rushing, 3 of 3 passing by Logan Youngers. The touchdown, it was Youngers from 2 yards out on a quarterback keeper. And the point after attempt, 2-point conversion was good. And that made the score 14-8. Then from that point on, the Eagles had trouble moving the football. And a lot of that had to do with, once again, the Bulldogs' defense. John, what kind of numbers have you got?
Well, they show a pretty close game. It was a hard-fought game. Both teams really playing hard. Both of them trying to break their losing streak, and Calexico's the team that came out on top, as you mentioned, 21-8. Calexico ran the ball from scrimmage 27 times for 152 yards, 4 for 6 for 92 yards, giving Calexico 244 total yards, 11 first downs, but only 3 in the second half. But as important as all of that, no fumbles, no interceptions. Southwest ran the ball 27 times from scrimmage, matched Calexico, but they only had 96 total yards. Again, if you take away the sacks, then that's well over 100 yards they did gain on the ground. 13 for 25 was the duo combination of both Mills and Youngers for 142 yards, giving Southwest 238 total yards compared to Calexico's 244. So the total yardage was very close, very even. 14 first downs. Southwest actually had more first downs than Calexico As we mentioned, Calexico only gained 3 first downs in the second half. Southwest with 14 first downs. They did have the one big turnover right at the end of the game. But again, Youngers is trying to make something happen where there's nothing there. Threw the ball pretty much as a Hail Mary, got it intercepted. Individually, carrying the football 4 times tonight was Montai Cervantes, 15 carries for 67 yards. Logan Youngers in the first half had 8 carries for 34 yards. And in the second half, he did carry in for a touchdown on his 1 carry. Matt Mills was 4 for -5 sacks in the first half. Receiving the football tonight, Cole Redden had a catch for 20 yards. In the first half, Logan Youngers had 4 catches. So he threw passes, ran, made the touchdown, caught 4 passes in the first half for 33 yards. Andres Lopez had 4 carries for 38 yards. And Chance Bermudez had 4 catches for 51 yards. So both teams have something to build upon. Looking forward to next week. Calexico facing Brawley. The Eagles having to go on the road to Palo Verde. A lot of positives from this Carroll. I was just thinking, looking at this Southwest program, the difference from the previous years, to me it's startling. I believe that this would have been a lopsided victory for the Bulldogs if this would have been one of the previous teams we've seen here at Southwest in the last few years. Tonight, they came out, made some adjustments, played hard, and came very close to pulling a victory.
Well, the Eagles came up short on their homecoming, but hey, they'll still party. Why not? Celebrate. As you pointed out, John, the Eagles will head to Blythe to take on the Palo Verde Yellow Jackets next week. We'll be on the road for that game as well. The Centro Spartans, with a bye this week, will take on the Imperial Tigers next week. And after what is happening to the Tigers tonight, they're liable to be a bit grouchy when they take on the Spartans. So if you didn't hear us earlier, the Wildcats final, Brawley beat Imperial 42-16. Vincent leads Calapat 21-3. High school football on AM 1230 KXO El Centro, brought to you by McNeese Mart at Dogwood and Main El Centro. The Broken Yoke Cafe, the Valley's best breakfast, Stan's Auto Body in El Centro. La Fonda Bar and Grill, great food, great sports. Oso Aza Mobile Auto Repair in Yuma, the Central Union High School District, Southwest Postal Service and Southwest Security. The CB Stop in Calexico, Imperial Valley College. Number 1 in the U.S., Johnny Burrito in Brawley, El Centro and Imperial. Roto-Rooter serving the entire Imperial Valley and the Center for Employment Training. Want to thank Kurt Hoffman for technical support. Gabe Lemus, our producer-engineer. John Driffill, color commentary and statistics. I'm Carroll Buckley. The final score, Calexico 21, Southwest 8. It's KXO El Centro, California, AM 1230.
The Imperial Valley's best oldies on the radio.
You better